Stage, we are inviting Notorious BFG.
Get jazzy on that track that you get on.
That's right. You got to help the old man up on the stage. I'm 68 years old. It's my first time here. So nice to see you. So nice to see you. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm 68 and I don't get laid as much as I want to. But I'll tell you what, I have my memories. One thing I'll tell you about being 68 years old and trying to get laid, the most exciting thing about having sex is sneaking out without paying for it. But like I said, I have my memories. When I was in my 20s, I know I've lost my looks, I put on a lot of weight, but in my 20s, I was fucking hot. Man. I was so hot, I used to scream my own name out when I was having sex. But my biggest memories will never take it away from me. 1977, Costa Rica, spring break. I managed to have sex with 13 people over the course of 3 days. Let's hear it for the effort. I may not brag about it. Maybe it's not a good idea because I was arrested and gang raped in jail. Yeah, but now at my age, I'll tell you what, I take advantage of the fact that I've been a lawyer 43 years. So now in order to get laid, I have to rely on the bulge in my pants. That's called a sexy wallet. Yeah. I'm financially secure, I'm proud of it. It lets me do some things, but sometimes I go overboard. You tell me. I just put in my second swimming pool. Is that a little too much? No. Yeah, I'm not even going to put water in it. I'm going to keep it for my friends who can't swim. Let's see, who we got here? Oh, hello. Would you like to have my baby?
No.
Well, that's okay. She's out in the car. I'll tell you what, having some financial stability lets me do some other things other than practice law, which after 43 years gets a little boring. So I started some businesses. I have a veterinary clinic, but I've also put a taxidermist on staff. Yeah, that way, no matter what happens, you get your pet back. I'm starting a new business. You tell me whether you think it'll work out. I started a math school for midgets and dwarfs. Math school for, everybody shut up. Yeah, our motto is we make little things count. I have another business that specializes in the manufacture of glass coffins and glass mausoleums. It's relatively new. Will it succeed? Remains to be seen. I have a restaurant. It's up on the north side. You probably haven't seen it. It's called Karma. Anybody been there? Karma? It's eclectic in that it doesn't have a menu. It's called Karma, so you can only get what you fucking deserve. I have an idea. This is $1 million idea. So don't. If I'm going to put something on the menu, I thought I'd do this. Y'all familiar with the BLT sandwich? Oh yeah, my idea, $1 million idea, don't steal it, is that you're going to add guacamole and serve it as a quesadilla. Yeah, it's going to be an LGBTQ sandwich. I got one of the most profitable businesses I have right now other than the practice of law. I have a company that manufactures biblical action figures. Biblical action figures, yeah. It was very easy to make a profit. Tell you a little bit about my family. My grandmother was a trip. She once said she gave a hand job to Albert Einstein. What a weird thing to tell your grandkid, right? But she said it was her stroke of genius. I have a brother. We were raised in northeastern Pennsylvania, a small town. He became famous at 14. He slept with a teacher. Slept with a teacher at 14. Problem is he was being homeschooled. Yeah, and then I have a sister-in-law who has a niece who was acting weird in a demonic sort of way. So my sister-in-law hired a priest to do an exorcism. It worked. The kid calmed down. But then my sister-in-law didn't pay the priest. So her daughter got repossessed. I'll tell you what, I'm the notorious bald fat grandpa, but I'm on all the platforms. But I'm very proud of what I finally managed to do this week. I finally published my sex tape. I hope y'all enjoy it. It's a fabulous one-man show. I'm the notorious bald fat grandpa. Thanks a lot.
All right. Notorious BFG. I'm going to go same question as just another man guy. What's your morning routine after the ball strap?
I can barely get up. I'll tell you what, the thing that really upsets me the most is it made me think about how old I'm getting. I sat on the toilet and my balls hit the water.
Judges. I'll leave that one alone. I don't touch balls that droop. They might.
You go first.
I haven't seen her in a long time, but she's my dear friend.
Yeah, this is one of my dear friends. I knew him when he was notorious bald fat guy. Now he's bald fat grandpa. So
Another one coming in August, another grandchild.
tell your daughter to stop being such a slut. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Actually, it's my son, John.
Tell him to stop being such a slut. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Dude, you are. I'm a big one-liner fan. There's like where a lot of my comedy rests, and you are the grandfather of one-liners. I want to know how, because I have seen you do comedy. I haven't seen you do comedy recently because I've been a little bit out. How often do you write? Because a lot of those were new and I hadn't heard before.
It just weird things come into my head.
Yeah.
At any time. I'm still doing the lawyer thing during the day. And it's a good distraction for me.
Yeah.
I just sit back and I look at situations, and as you can tell, I do some wordplay.
Oh, I love wordplay. Final question. What kind of lawyer are we, just in case I ever...
What was that? What kind of lawyer?
What kind of lawyer are you?
Well, what do you need?
One that's available.
No, believe it or not, this sounds, at this point in my life, I'm looking to retire next year. But insurance companies hire me to defend people sued by a hammer and all those guys.
Oh, so you're the Texas Hammer's mortal enemy? Hold on, this is where...
No, actually, I met Jim Adler. It's really strange. I met Jim Adler when I first came to Houston. He's one of the first lawyers I ever met. One of the nicest guys in the world. And that's why when I see him ranting and raving, and now he has a son ranting and raving, and walking around with a sledgehammer that is way too heavy if it's a real sledgehammer. But he was one of the nicest guys I've ever known. I've known him, 40 years? So he is a very, very nice guy, very competent lawyer, very successful.
Last thing I'm going to say is I was like, as any comic going through lots of homes does, we move quite often, and I was going through all my stuff, and I found a birthday card from you that I got last year, and it made me tear up a little bit. Makes me feel like comedy's, not just us doing this kind of thing.
And she has a book. It was called Timely Rain of Poetry that I got for her. I was surprised no one had ever gotten it for her before. But yeah, she's the best, man. I love her to death. I'm glad I get to see you again. I haven't seen you in so long.
It's a reunion.
Yeah,
All right.
You want to follow that?
As someone that is a comedian MC, I love your one-liners. Like it was like a punch, move on, made us laugh, moved on. You didn't hold on to the joke and try to make us laugh. You came and made us laugh.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much.
All right, again, give it up for Thank you. See if I can hold the mic this time. is, get ready, Lava Sauce.